Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark. We are on our brand new bridge. I think it really looks cool. I'm very happy with what I've made. So last episode ended with me saying that I was struggling to see how this was coming together and what I wanted to look like. And I don't know what's changed since then, because the video literally went live about half an hour ago. But I've had an idea. I want to push this wall all the way back until it comes out the other side. So on the other side is the mountain, obviously, that we had a look at last time. And I kind of want it to maybe gradually step down, so like 1, 2, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps, so on and so forth. Till it comes out the other side, we can have another grandiose entrance, we can make it look all fancy. And then on every level step, I'm going to put a lectern. I'm going to have a book on it with stupid sayings, stupid phrases, and we're going to add some culture to the server. It's completely stupid, it's completely pointless. I think it'll be really cool. I just need to work out the first easy way to start this. So if we go from here, so if we go 1, 2, 3, and then we go 1, 2, so we would have a platform of 3. Actually, do I want it to start right under here? Do I want this to be the first step down? How would that look? So if we came round the side here, this would immediately start going down. Yeah, I think I prefer that much more. That goes down. So that would be stairs. So then 1, 2, 3, and then this goes down here. Yeah, because that's stairs, that's where the book would be. Right, I'm going to get a somewhat idea of this, and then we'll come back. Sound good? Okay, so the first thing that we've come up to, the wall doesn't actually go all the way down here, which is fine. That means we're getting close to the end. The next is this really long pipe, and I know exactly what it is, although it did take me a minute to remember. Upstairs, I have a waste bin, and by waste bin, I mean a really long tube that I used to use to get in and out of my base. So down the bottom, there's water. And the water stops me from getting hurt when I fall out. So that will be pretty much null and void, because if we've got this staircase, I don't really need that as a way to get out. It is kind of a shame it was one of the first additions I made to the house. It's called Mini Felix Baumgartner. That was a reference to an achievement hunter build in their Minecraft world, where it's about 10 times the size of what I've just made, so, you know, mini. Makes sense. But we don't really need it. I could probably still keep it and just have that as a quick way onto the staircase. We'll work that out later. But that's just the issues I'm working with right now. I thought I'd keep you in the loop. Alright, a very slight change in plan. We're going to come down here, we're going to turn right, then it's going to turn left. Simply because, if it comes out here, we're kind of hovering over nothing. I'm going to try and bring it down to there. I'm going to work out how far this needs to go along here, how far it needs to go along down there, and we're just going to have a huge entranceway to the house. That gives us quite a lot that we can then customize, we can then add to. There could be maybe rooms off it, the other stuff. Just, there's going to be a lot of stuff to customize. There's going to be a lot of stuff to decorate. It's going to look cool. It's going to look good. However, I was gonna say, I now need to definitely like terraform out here. Filling in just random blocks, I've not done too bad a job. That still looks really natural. How have I done that then? So then just do that. Okay, that can then be used to drop down here somewhere. This could come together quite nicely. Let me work on this and we'll cut back to when it's done. It's just gonna be a lot of digging and a lot of me trying to center everything up. Sound good? Okay, so where are we? Last time I left off, I said that we're not going through this wall here. We're gonna make a right turn. Now we're back trying to make another decision. I don't know whether we go down here, probably get rid of that staircase and find a way to bring it down to the floor in a nice even way. Possibly having to extend the cliff, possibly finding another fancy staircase up. Alternatively, do we cut a left here and then do the same? So we would have to bring it down here somehow, or we would have to bring it down here some way. This way here is probably better, but neither way is perfect, and both require a lot of work. So I'll be back once I figured out what I want to do. Okay, here we are. We now have a really long tunnel, and it whips round, and then it comes out down here. Now down here obviously isn't perfect, as it is just a literal stone staircase. But now that we have the idea, we can build on it. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I don't know what's going to be in here. I will need to terraform the top of it and the sides. There was a little bit kind of done to it, but we have a lot of space to work with now. We have a lot of stuff to play with. We have a lot of new space. We have a lot of new walls, new floors. There's a lot to be done, but it can definitely be a cool way in and out of the place. It's also quite a cool tunnel system, because when you come up here and you go past the stairs, you're then straight back onto the bridge. I think it's come together quite nicely. That idea transferred very well from my head to the actual thing. But now we need to do something with it. So next up, the plan is going to be, we're going to get some lecterns, we're going to get some books, and we're going to write some fancy quotes. They're not going to be anything special. They're going to be really stupid. It's not meant to be a big thing. It's meant to be more funny. Sound good? Sounds terrific. But, and there is a but, I can't remember how you make lecterns or books and quills. So, yeah, let me go work that out first. That took me way longer than it had any right to. I may have gone a little bit overboard, and I've made 15, and I know for a fact I don't need 15. So this one wouldn't have any, right? We could probably double-side them if it comes to that. We don't need one there. Okay, so that costs 7. So what if we do double-side? I'll need to be thinking of lots of stuff to put in these books, I guess. Would we have one there? Because this is pretty much the entrance. When you come up, you'd have it, or when you come up, you'd see those. I think for now, we'll take it down, and we'll add it later if we need be. Okay, so my thoughts are, we have all the books here, and then you should be able to read them when they're on the lectern. I think that's how they work. I'm kind of doing this off of how I think it works, and not how I know it works. Anyway, then I want patterns like behind them, so going from like there, like in like the 5 blocks around them on all of them, or just have each wall have its own kind of pattern on it to keep it fresh and to keep it interesting. So as if every book has its own unique thing behind it, which I think could be quite cool, you know. Also, yeah, these will disappear at some point. I just really can't be bothered right now. That's about all there is to it, to be honest. I'm just too lazy to do it. Okay, so let's now get this started. Take a book and quill, then we write. Pretty sure it was Gucci Mane. 1 second, I'm gonna Google that just to make sure that my facts are correct here. Okay, yeah, it's Gucci Mane. Right, so then what do? We then sign the book. Oh, right, that's what we could do. Right, hold on. And then the sauce. Okay, we do that. So we sign and close, and then we place the book. It works exactly how I want it to. Okay, right. So you walk up. One might go here. Yeah, I think one goes there. I think that goes here. So you walk up, you have a look, you left click. If a man does not have the sauce, then he is lost. But the same man can be lost in the sauce. It's just poetry. It's modern day poetry. Okay. We've got 15 books to fill up. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna make a few of my own, and then probably leave some blank, and then we'll take suggestions and ideas of what can be in them. I like that idea. I like how stupid this is. Okay, so one little quick change. I remade the book, so it now has the author on the right-hand side, simply because if you look at this one here, you don't actually know who it is until you have to take the book off, and then you come into the inventory, you see who it's by. So I think having it like that looks way better, if you ask me. I need to go and make more books, but that's how they're going to be done from now on. Okay, so I've managed to make about 6 of them so far. Now I'm just going to give you them. They're going to pop up on the screen. You ain't getting any context for them. Some of them should be self-explanatory. Some of them are pointless. They are definitely a mixture of movie quotes, game quotes, historical quotes. They're all just meant to be kind of a humorous take on what you would see in a museum. They're quotes that you could probably take deeper meaning from, or they're just quotes. Take it as you will. This is just poetry. A personal favorite of mine. An incredible tale, to be honest. Deep down, I'm still a Call of Duty kid at heart. Just a good quote and an even better voice, to be honest. I'm a quarter Italian, so sue me. So that's what we have so far. We have about 6 of them. And I do want to maybe get 10, and then we'll have 5 others to just take suggestions for. But I'm going to take a break from actually writing the books, and I think we're going to start designing the walls that they have. Now, I don't think the walls are going to actually reflect on what they are, just because that would probably be kind of annoying. Obviously, for the Julius Caesar quote, we could have like an Italian flag. That's kind of pointless. For the Fallout quote, it could be yellow and blue. But again, it's kind of pointless. It doesn't need to be that in-depth. It just needs to look cool. Once we see all of them, and once we read all of them, when we're walking through here, we're not going to be stopping to read the books, are we? It's just meant to be a cool little walkway. So the hallways are looking pretty bare. They're all kind of the one color. They're all just kind of bland. Obviously, I just cut through a mountain. They're not going to look great. So I think we're going to add a little bit of detail into them. Don't know what that's going to entail, mind. And we need to have some kind of crazy entrance, just to really drive home the point. There's so much that can be done. I'm going to really need to think about what I'm doing. I think I'm going to put pillars in all the corners. I think I can do that first. So what would we be able to do? Something up there on the roof, that there, but that might obstruct that, so then maybe they get moved over one. That could definitely work. Let me try something real quick. What am I trying to do here? That, and that. Yeah, that works. Obviously the blocks look very out of place right now. But once everywhere else has got texture in it and there's different blocks all over the place, we'll make it look ancient. It'll be fine, don't worry. But now will this look out of place? If we put those there. No, actually, you know, because, let me have a look. Block, stair, block, that. That, block, stair, that. Yeah, actually, because now they're just in the middle of a 3 instead of being in the middle of a 5. That actually works out perfectly. Sometimes I just get really lucky and it's kind of class. Okay, cool. We have an idea of what we want to do. I can't believe it's coming together. It's starting to take shape. There's a little bit more texture and things are starting to look a bit more ancient, I think. I hope. I'm still thinking I might do something with this. And by do something with it, I mean I might just leave it there and then we just have just a quick way down. What do I want to do with this? I could just kind of, yeah, I think we might need to do something with the window. I don't fully know what yet, but I think I think the window has to change. Now what am I going to do? Okay, so now I'm working on the floor pattern. I figured that's probably the easier place to start than doing the walls, because the walls are a lot more final and will be a lot more pattern based and a lot more unique, whereas I think I might just keep the floor very similar in style. By the way that it's looking right now, I'm going to also have a lectern down here. It just doesn't seem to fit right if there isn't one. And then when you come in, there'll be one there and there'll be one there. I think that makes the most sense. That looks way better. We've got the crack blocks in to give it a little bit of texture. We've got the pillars. Yeah, that looks way, way better. So I had an idea, and I was going to have something looking like this, maybe above all the lecterns. And it was going to follow on from the idea I had earlier. So in here in the back was all going to be just different designs. And these were going to kind of be just like frames going around it. I think having the stairs and the stone being different colors will drive me up the wall. The actual color difference between them isn't even subtle. They're two completely different shades of grey. They're not even remotely close to being the same color. So to me, that won't work. I tried here, and it's the same concept, it's the exact same thing, but when it's got the glowstone behind it, they seem to match. So it's definitely a lighting thing. So when you put the torches in there, it then blends together. So it is 100% to do with the shadows. But I don't know how you fix that. I don't know how we make a pattern out of that, have something in the middle of it, and have it well lit. Because it doesn't matter if out here, I don't think. No, it has to be, these two blocks here have to be well lit. Which is a shame, because that could look quite cool. But I don't think I'm willing to sacrifice having to have torches everywhere, and possibly having to have the middle of it being lit up with either sea lanterns or glowstone, just so they fit in, and they're the same color. That's an idea that we're going to unfortunately have to go back to the drawing board for, because that ain't it, chief. That ain't it. So like I said before, I think that the walls are probably going to be the last thing that we do. They're going to be the hardest to actually conceptualize. They're going to be the hardest to actually think of and actually design. Now what I want to do is start making an idea on what the entrance will look like and give it some kind of feel of actually making progress for. Obviously in here the floors and now the corners are all done. The lecterns are coming in, we've got the books on them. So it is coming together nicely. There is obviously still a lot of work to do. I think these ideas look really cool. I just don't like... Anyway, we've just talked about that. And when I say just talked about it, I mean you've just seen that, but for me that was like... Yeah, that was probably 24 hours ago. Anyway, I'm thinking column, archway. Hi. Yeah, some kind of column, archway in the middle, make it look fancy, give it some angles, give it some love, give it some texture. I think that'll look great. So, let's get to it. Hi. So for the first draft, I think they're a bit too tall. I'm going to edit them. I'm going to take them down by one block, I think. I'm going to try and put an archway between them after we're finished. Obviously here needs to be terraformed, but that's easy enough. We just bring that down into this divot here. That'll be fine. All around the top of it will get terraformed, fixed, and made to look more natural. That's not a problem. I'm going to focus mainly on the design first, then decide what we need after it. I just thought I'd give you a little update. The second proper attempt, I think, has gone really well, you know. That's kind of exactly what I was looking for. And I think once it's properly terraformed all around it, so when we bring more rocks down the side of the walkway, more dirt, more mountain, I think that'll look class. I think I might build, I'm literally pointing at my monitor right now. I think I might actually also bring there further along so it kind of comes up to the top of the temple and then maybe there as well, just so it looks more kind of hidden. I might change it over time, as I kind of do with everything else. I might add in some more other additions to it, but I really think that looks great. I'm going to go terraform a little bit, or at least try to at the very least. We're going to get it up and running, we're going to get it looking class, and then we'll probably have a good inspection of it. Hi. It's by no means perfect, but, well, that's also not perfect, is it? Just, right? Leave me alone. So yeah. Oh, shut up. Oh, why do I even bother trying to film at night? The entrance now that's been terraformed, I think it fits in. It looks really nice. There's still probably some work to be done. It's just a mob spawner in there. How bad is it? This is why I prefer to film during the day. I don't even know where they could be spawning in here. Everyone's really lit up. I made sure of it. Right, I'm getting off topic. Right, lovely. So yeah, we added a little bit of a fountain, we added a lot more mountain and dirt all around it. I think it looks pretty natural. We also changed this, I don't know if you could tell. I added just a little bit of pattern to the stairs to make it look a lot better. We'll somehow try and tie this in from here to probably the walkway there. That'll just be a simple little bit of stone going round. There's also the path over here, but over here it goes from 2 wide to being 5 wide. So there's really no easy way to actually do that, but I'm sure that there's a way. I like that. I like the way that looks. So now next time to get this done, all we need to do is create more books, which you guys can definitely help me with, as well as getting the walls done. And that's another little project ticked off. We also need some lights. I don't really like having the torches just on the wall. Obviously, it does kind of help it look all ancient and all rustic and all that kind of jazz. Right, what's happening? I just heard a skeleton and something went flying there. Where have yous come from? You know what I mean? What do you think you're doing? Where are things... Seriously? Where are things spawning from? Weird. But yeah, we need some lights, because I'm not too happy just having torches everywhere. But I don't think the ceilings are high enough to have some kind of fancy chandelier all up and down the place. So I'm not really sure, but that's another thing that we need to work on and another thing we need to think of. So you can see it from here. It's just slightly above my head right now, but it is subtle, and that's exactly the way that I want it to be. Even the bridge, you can see it from here, but it doesn't bring too much attention to itself. It's kind of what I want. Around my house, subtle changes, keep it looking kind of natural. That's what we want. We are at the end of today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed the ideas just coming straight out of my head. A lot of times these happen, I'll be lying in bed, and then I'll write a note to myself, and then just be like, you could do this. So then I just jump in, I try it, and it's been working for me so far. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. The likes, comments, views, everything recently has been kind of crazy, so just thank you so much for that. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I'm putting out videos every 3 days. We don't really have a set project at the minute. We're just kind of designing things that we want to make. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see yous later.